Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to make your stained glass window project using your Chromebook. You're going to start with Google Draw, and then you will be able to paint the picture using Canvas, which is another app. Um, the first thing that you need to do is actually open up the file, Google Draw stained glass window graph paper. Yours will have your name on it, and it'll also be blank. I already drew some lines on here, so it didn't take as long. These are not the lines from the assignment. But I'm going to go and I'm going to graph a couple lines for you um, on this graph. So I'm going to graph y equals 1/4 x minus 7 and y equals negative 1/4 x minus 7. So in order to make the line at the top, I have to choose the line tool. I know I want it to start at -7, so you'll notice that I can click on the -7 and start drawing my line. Now, I know it has to go up 1/4, so I can keep counting up 1/4 from that point, or I can drag my line to the end and unclick and then move it around. I'm going to show you with my pen where I want this to go. I know I want to go up 1/4, so if I kind of mark it off so you know what my intention is, I want it to go that way. I also want to go down in the other direction because it has to extend. So I want to go down 1/4. So this is where I want my line to go. So now that I already have it drawn, okay, I can go back up to the top and select the little arrow button and then hover over the end of the line. When I hover over the end, you'll notice it changed from the moving to that little circular bullseye. So I'm going to drag that end up because I want it to go through there. Okay. And then on the other end, I have to extend it to the left. So once again, I'm going to hover until the bullseye comes up. And then I'm going to drag this. And it's actually, the recording is getting in the way. So let me just, I'll extend it to here. Well, you will have to extend it to the end of your page. Okay. And then I'm going to double check. Does it start at -7? Does it go up 1/4? And it does. So I did that line correctly. If I click outside the window, I can see the line. Now you notice it's not very dark. I can re-click on the line and I can change the line color. I can also change the thickness if I want it to be a little thicker. All right. And I'm also going to change the thickness of these other two so that they're a lot easier to see. There we go. So now I'm going to do -1/4 x minus 7. So I'm going to select the line again. Okay. And I know it's going to be in the opposite direction. So, if it starts over here, I know it's going to start on this end around there. So this time, instead of going from the y-intercept, I'm going to click up there. I know I want it to go through -7. I know I want it to go in this direction. And I should be counting and making sure that it's going up 1/4, just so that you can once again see I need to be there. I need to go, I'm sorry, I think I said up 1, down 1/4, so I need to go along this line here and in the other direction. I also need to go up 1/4, which I really haven't done yet. So my line's definitely off. Okay. So I need to make sure, and you should always double check your line and make sure your line's going in the right direction. So I am going to select it again and move it a bit until it's matching up with where I want it to go. Okay, so and you can keep clicking and moving as much as you need to until your lines are in the right place. Okay, so that's the first part. This is the first part of graphing the lines. Make sure that you graph them correctly, because the main part of this grade is that your graphs are done correctly. Okay, now that I have it done, and I'm also going to make sure that it's extended to the end, I have to save this. So I need to go up to the top and do File, Download, and I'm going to download this as a JPEG. It has to be a JPEG or I can't do the next step. I'm going to click Show in Folder, and it's going to save to my drive. Mine is Example Stained Glass Window. Yours will have your name on it. And this is what I'm going to use in the Canvas program. So I'm going to go back to Classroom, and there's a link to Canvas here, which I can click, and it will bring me to the Canvas app. And it actually will start out, it's a little slow right now. It will start with a blank screen, but I want my graph here. So I'm going to go over and click the Home, back to Gallery, and I want a New from Image. And I'm going to select my graph. Okay, and open it. So now I have my graph lines on this page. And now I can color them in this app. On the left-hand side, you'll notice here's the color palette, and I can select different colors. I'll select blue this time. All right. I can select different pens. There's pencil, there's pen, there's marker, which I'm going to use, there's crayon, and then there's eraser. The important part is the second part, is the opacity. Do not use it full strength or you will cover up your graph lines and they have to be seen. So I'm going to lower this down, let's say we'll do 35. I can also change the size of the brush or the marker. So now that I have all that, I can actually start coloring. So I can color in all of it. All right. Now I should unclick every once in a while, because if I hold the mouse button down and I make all kinds of errors, I can undo at the top with the left or the undo button, but it undoes everything that I did while the mouse was held down. So I want to make sure that I color it neatly and stay in the lines, okay? And I can also erase as need be. And you're going to color each section a different color. And I'm going to pause so that I can do a little more coloring right now. Okay, so I only did one section, but you're going to complete each section and make sure that each section is a different color. When I'm all done, then at the top, I need to save this as an image. I'm going to go in the right top hand corner, hit the three buttons, and do Save as Image. It's going to download the image, and I'm going to do Show in Folder. It names it Canvas, so I need to rename that so that I can turn it in. So I'm going to right click on it and rename it with my name. I'll put Leo Stained Glass Window. And it's a .png, and that is what you are going to turn in on Classroom. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this video helped you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your stained glass windows.